Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's episode. I'm your host, Farah Atwi. We specified today's episode, dear viewers, to speak specifically about the importance of Hawza Studies in the life of a Muslim woman. Those studies that, if acquired, will help every woman gain a strong understanding of Islam and help them apply the right norms and principles in different stages of their life. And of course, encourage them to present themselves as civilized Islamic women. In order to understand today's topic, we raised those questions that we will discuss with our guest for today. How did Islamic Hawza Studies arise? What is the aim of Hawza centers and what are they trying to achieve? Into how many levels are Hawza Studies divided to? And are Hawza centers' main targets to produce pious Muslim youth who can raise responsible Islamic families and be models for others in the community? Why do we find a large number of scholars nowadays encouraging women specifically to join the Islamic Hawza Studies? The main aim behind Hawza scholars is to produce missionaries, muballighs, who are ready to sacrifice their academic post and worldly luxurious life to travel to remote areas and villages to preach. The question here, shall women handle the same tasks? Do you believe that Hawzas should introduce secular subjects into their curriculum, such as human psychology, sociology, current affairs, and political science? How can students that are studying full-time at a Hawza support themselves financially? How can Hawza Studies affect women on social, educational and personal level? Our guest today, Madam Roukaya Younes, who is an Islamic researcher and a student in the Hawza for 5 years now, will share her experience with us today and give answers to the above questions. Hello and welcome, Madam Roukaya, to our program.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you. To begin with, Hajj Roukaya, can you please define what are Hawza Studies to give bright information for the viewers?
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to start the episode. It's an honor for me to participate with you this episode.
Thank you.
And I ask the editors and the listeners to excuse my language.
Yes.
I've been studying in Arabic for a long time, a period time of years. So after Salat ala Muhammad wa ala alihi tayyibin at-tahirin, Hawza, it is a need. You know, these days we face multicultural society. Hawza teaches the resources of religious Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially Islam. The Prophet Muhammad narrations and his purified A'imma alayhim afdal salatu wasalam.
So you feel it's important for every individual, every Muslim
Yeah,
individual.
there's a lot of narrations, and ahadith says that education is a birthright for each male or female Muslims to get. You know, Hawza, it achieves taqwa. You know, all of us, we worship God, you know, but we have to ask why we are there on earth. You know, there's multi questions, and what we should be doing and where are we heading. You know, Allah, what Allah needs from us. Do He need our worship or we need them?
Yes. So Hawza Studies are mainly studying Islamic norms and principles, and it's a need for every individual. You're saying.
Yeah, it fits our our needs.
Definitely, and it's for a short period of time or a long period of time. It's optional as much as you can give to the society and give from the Islamic
tradition. For sure, you're gonna give a lot if you learn. There's principles. The principles of science is coming from Hawza, that is coming from the narrations of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
We will speak more about the sciences.
And this is the goal of what we are being in this earth and in this universe.
The aim of being in there. Okay, are there stories or verses in the Quran, Hajj Roukaya, or even narrations from the Prophet and his companions that can actually show the importance of learning in the Hawza or even learning Islamic sciences?
Yeah, you know, thank you for this question. You know, the first verse in Quran said, for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet Muhammad read in the name of the Creator that taught with a pen. You know, read that means learn, and knowledge is a need. You know, Islam puts considerable emphasis on its followers to acquire knowledge. You know, knowledge is a good. It is a need. It is a good investment of learning. You know, the investment of getting education is the best we can make, which no one can steal or destroy.
Yes.
So
it is a clear verse in the Quran that shows that people are supposed to read and are supposed to acquire knowledge. Okay. And there are also narrations about the Prophet that we should understand our own religion, and we should be able to express our own opinion about our own religion and defend our own religion.
You know, this is the aim and the first goal of prophets. You know, that's why prophets are to teach us. And so we become a teachers and we become a tutors. You know, it is a message from Prophet Muhammad, and this we will serve, you know, and fellow humans.
Definitely.
You know, we create, we worship God, you know, the Creator, and we fellow humans. That's the goal of faith, of Islamic religion. Yeah,
that's the main ambition. Okay, could you tell us a little bit about the history of Islamic Hawza Studies? Because it's really interesting to know the history of this Hawza, how it started, where was it created, by who was it founded, and where is it right now? Can you please tell us?
The history started from Imam al-Sadiq alayhi wasalam, the son of Imam Muhammad al-Baqir. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, he started to plan for this Hawza studies or scholars studies for 20 years. You know, the environment was ready for Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam to inform this information for his students. He was the leader of the Ja'far school of Sos. Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salam, you know,
he established the biggest and the largest thought, the knowledge of the place to acquire knowledge about Islam.
That was from since 1400 years. You know, he was the principal of multi sciences. You know, not just religion. You know, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, he transmitted many scholars, more than 4,000 scholars, and for hadith and Prophet Muhammad cultures. You know, many persons you know, graduate from his many sciences from his school, especially Zurara, especially Jabir bin Hayyan, especially these are Shia's persons.
So that's how it started, from the school of Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, peace be upon him. From that's where it started.
You know, they suffered a lot, they sacrificed a lot. They faced
people
a lot
fought
of
them
problems
because of the school of thought that they created.
There were a lot of problems in that era. You know, Al-Abbasiyin, especially Ja'far al-Mansur, they threatened, you know, they threatened his life, Imam al-Sadiq. They sacrificed to give us his knowledge, you know, because it was a duty for Imam al-Sadiq, and with satisfy and joyfully, you know. That's why A'imma alayhim salam, they serve us. That's we have, you know, to preserve and study this knowledge, because this knowledge is the aim of our presence in this universe.
Okay, and then I read articles about the fact that then it started in the Najaf in Baghdad by al-Tusi, and then
after Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam scholars, we said more than 4,000 students transmitted from his scholar. You know, there are head central houses started in Iran and in Iraq. You know, started with the scientist At-Tusi in the Najaf and in Iraq.
And they say that he created one of the biggest school of thought in Najaf.
It was a very, it is a basic, you know, it is a basic school in Najaf and in Iran, and we transmitted the houses in such over the worldwide, you know, to transmit this knowledge for all the students they need. Now we find many houses all around the world, you know, and in the Middle East, in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, especially in Lebanon, we go around overseas in America and French, you know. So it
we
is
got
a
minor
need right
houses,
now.
and we have the main houses, which are in
Iraq,
Najaf. They were
yeah.
in Najaf, and
Yeah.
then unfortunately it was demolished, and then it was taken to Qom, to
Yeah.
Iran.
Yeah,
And now that's the main
yeah,
center of...
yeah, there were many hard circumstances that they, you know, they some oppressed, you know, these activists, you know,
these kind of
yeah,
and therefore
they burned a lot of books
unfortunately,
and libraries, you know. We lost many cultures. That's why humans been recognized and study well the hadith, you know, to transmit it to us.
Okay, but now the main target or the main principle of Hawza Studies is found in Qom in Iran, and that's where the main headquarters are, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay. We will now watch a report that we asked people what could possibly inspire them to actually go to the houses. Of course, everyone had different views. We watch it together and be right back. And of course, I would like you to comment after watching.
Okay, with my pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you enter the Hawza for Islamic Studies?
Yes, I did. Ever since I was 14 years old, I used to take lectures. I enjoy taking lectures since it's another way of having knowledge, Islamic knowledge. I usually reading books, and especially in the domain of fiqh. As someone, I would be bored because of the type of question and answer, a type. In lectures, and especially for a knowledgeable person, you can interact with the teacher, and that would give you a matter of chance to say what you feel and to say, and especially in religious, it's what you connect, it's what you are connected with.
Actually, my father is a sheikh, so I don't need to go into those lectures as if in the Hawza. I take these lectures at home. I undertake these lectures at home. I've got the total view about everything, including Hawza Studies. Actually, I'm not really a Hawza student, but I have been to Hawza, and I've always taken lectures there. Mainly, I'm a friend of Hawza, where all my friends and my relatives are Hawza students. And I've experienced how they changed. I witnessed how they really changed before and after they entered the Hawza. And the way they change is really kind of spiritual. Their characteristics changed into more morality and more ethical way, in a way where they could go through life in a more acknowledgeable way.
We've seen one of the women. She said that she witnessed how her friends changed before and after going to the house, and then she said that they go into a more acknowledged life. They face a more acknowledged life. How would you like to comment on anything that they said?
Yeah, that satisfied me. You know, the viewers were they like the house. You know, this period of time, I said. Hawza is a need, you know. Hawza provided many financial, you know, support for each student. In Hawza you study a lot of subjects that can provide for you a strong personality that you can face the society, you know. Multiple of sciences you can get from the Hawza. The A'imma alayhim salam transmit for us, you know, the principle of sciences, all sciences.
We will talk more
That's
about the
why
subject. We will talk more about the subject. But first of all, you've seen one of them. She said that, I would like to comment a lot about them. She said that my father is a sheikh. Therefore, no need for me to go to the Hawza. The Hawza comes to me to home. I have lectures, and you feel that there are certain kind of people or certain kind of women that this Hawza Studies is facilitated to them. No need for them to go to the Hawza Studies. Or do you feel that they should go?
Thank you. I do not deal with this girl or lady, you know, because
you do not
Hawza,
agree?
I do not agree. You know, Hawza study, you study, you know, not briefly, you know, at home what you get from Sheikh and the father
so
is a briefly, you know, curriculum. You know, how the curriculum is like the university curriculum. Not anyone can study Islamic studies, you know. So you have to give it a time, a full time, and sometimes a part of time as it fits your and suits your life.
How would you compare the historical account and the current situation of houses these days, in your opinion, Madam Roukaya?
Yeah, Hawza days focuses
briefly, if you can.
No, Hawza today focuses to build, you know, a constructive of a personality and open-minded, you know, person. You know, open-minded person means that you can understand what's going on and you can get all the instructions and get all of things you need from Islam and to serve, you know, people. You know, that's why we have, there's a lot of subjects that is very difficult and not can one handle it, you know, and we will talk in this episode about it.
Yes, definitely. And you feel that nowadays the current situation of the houses is more up to date, they're using more technology, and it's becoming
it's coming like a university, you know, the same as the curriculum of the university.
Okay, we will talk more about those details after the break. Tremendous number of youth are enthusiastic to go to houses in order to seek Islamic information. We'll know what's encouraging them after the break. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Welcome back. Madam Roukaya, I wanted to know into how many levels are Hawza Studies divided to, and what are the subjects that you are studying specifically, and after that we will speak about the youth and about their own interests.
Okay.
Yes, what are the subjects of the Hawza?
There are many subjects at the Hawza. You know, the first subject is as human psychology, you know. No, it's not the first, but it is recommended, you know, and sociology, and current, you know, affairs and political sciences.
Just like what we take in university sometimes.
These subjects are, you can learn it at the university. That's why I said the curriculum is coming like the university, you know. That's the society needs, you know. This is what I meant by open-minded personality. Open-minded personality have to know what's going on.
Not only
he has to communicate with other religions and other cultures, you know. And especially in Lebanon, we live in multicultural society. You have to adapt with others. You can't adapt with others with ignorance. That's why it's coming a need today to know a lot of sciences, especially in Hawza. You know, in Hawza we started, you know, the first basic is Arabic language, you know. You have to study the Quran, the Sunnah, Quran Tafsir, Al-Quran Al-Kareem, and the science of the Quran, and either the mantiq, you know, the mantiq, they learn it at the university. The Farabi, there's Ibn Sina, you know, there are
so they're similar to university subjects.
Either fiqh, you know, fiqh, jurisprudence, you know, and tafsir al-Quran al-Kareem. Either I said ulum al-Quran, the science of Quran, either the ilm of the hadith, you know, the hadith
study of
is it weak, is it correct, is it coming from not specific persons, you know,
credible sources also.
Translated, you know, the always aqaid, theology, it is, you know, it talks about God and the Prophet, you know, the day of judgment. Either you have to study, you have to be qualified and in Arabic to study the language of Arabic.
So as I'm seeing here, philosophy, it's a mixture of Islam and secular subjects. It's a mixture.
For sure.
So it's grabbing everything together.
Strong personality means, you have to know, you know, knowledge is acquired today, you know.
When
these days
the
are,
is there.
This era is the era of knowledge, you know. This day science and technology are given today, you know. So we have to learn a lot in Hawza.
And I do believe that also there are muqaddimat.
I forget to say that falsafa is always recommended in Hawza. Hawza. Yeah, we study say Tabatabai philosophy and the Farabi philosophy. You know, and sometimes the foreign language are given.
These are one of the most important Islamic figures.
Yeah, for sure. Now, no one can study it. You know, it gives it gives hard time to memorize and to study. You know, but knowledge in Hawza and studying in Hawza doesn't. You can't go for a degree as a university. In Hawza, if you study, you have to react. You have to practice it as your life. You have to treat people kindly. You have to imitate as a Prophet Muhammad's moral, you know. So studying Hawza is not for the goal as a university goal to get a career. Studying Hawza
but to be presentable, to be a presentable Muslim woman. And here I would like to add to what you say, Madam Roukaya, is that those women that go to the Hawza, they should know that there is an obligation on their shoulders, and the obligation is that once they enter the door of the Hawza, they are presenting a Muslim woman, and they should acquire that kind of standards ethically and when it comes to norms too.
Yeah, for sure. Yani when you go to Hawza, you have to act at the knowledge you get.
Yes.
You know.
Okay.
So that's how the focus on the spiritual, you know, personality of the student.
Okay.
You can't be when you study Hawza as before.
Definitely. You come, yes, as one of the women said, when they come, when they enter, it's something else, and when they get out, it's something. Their personality changes.
Okay.
And here we have also Muqaddimat, introductory studies, and then
Muqaddimat. It's spent for 4 years.
It's a level of it's for how many years?
After you get like lessons, you know, Muqaddimat. The lady, the man, the student will come capable to teach. You know, after
and
Muqaddimat.
It's for 3 years, and that's the first level.
4 to 5 years. You know,
and that's the first level of studying in the house.
It is like intermediate. Second,
Sutuh.
Second Sutuh is advanced. You know, Sutuh always it's spent about 5 years. You know, ulama din, mashayikh studies Sutuh. After Sutuh, it's a research. You know, it depends on individual. You know, research. Then you come Mujtahid. Yani you can.
Mujtahid is the highest level of what you can reach.
When you so it's like a PhD. You know,
it comes close to PhD. It's the same level as PhD.
The same level as PhD.
Okay. And here, what are the subjects that you are studying specifically?
Yeah, I'm studying Muqaddimat. I finished Muqaddimat.
MashaAllah, yes, because you've been for 5 years now. So of course now you're in Sutuh.
I finished Muqaddimat. I'm doing searches right now.
Sutuh level.
And I'm teaching. You know, I'm right now I'm media. I'm doing my role. I'm playing a role of the aims of Hawza, that you become a teacher and you inform people what is the goal of Hawza, and you encourage people to study the Islamic studies, because Islamic studies, I said, it is a need for each one. You know, Farah, if I ask a question about hijab, don't you feel ignorance if you don't know? Don't you feel embarrassed if you do not know? So you are facing multicultural now. Why? There's a lot of questions. We have to find answers. You can't find answers, you know, from nothing. You have to learn to give a proper answer and specific answer. That's why it is a specialist in Hawza to study and to give and to teach, to become a tutor and to serve your
And here I would like to remind our viewers that you're also an anchor on Ahlul Bayt, and and that's an example of how you are also acting, not only studying. You anchor a program on Ahlul Bayt channel, which you speak about Hawza studies and Islamic norms and Islamic principles, and
always about
so you are an example of those who read and act.
Thank you very much.
So here of course I'm really glad to have you on our program, and I'm glad that you speak English.
Thank you very much.
You can be a great example for that.
I ask viewers to excuse my weak language. I'm gonna try my best, to explain in English.
Okay. Hajja Roukaya, here I would like to ask you, what are the advantages and disadvantages of studying Islam at Hawza and compared to university?
You know what is satisfying me today? That each yours or almost of yours are studying double majors.
Yours? Yes, doing double majors.
Yeah, in university and in Hawza. Double majors is recommended today. That's why you have the aim of the Hawza. You know, Imam Khomeini said we have to focus on youth.
On the youth.
You know, youth can serve our community. Youth can
because of the energy that they got.
They have a lot of energy, and they are capable, you know, to learn and to get knowledge.
Yes. What about those youth that would like to prefer to learn Islamic studies in the university rather than going to the Hawza studies? Do you advise them?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel that it's the same?
There's a combination between university and Hawza today. You know, the student of Hawza has a strong personality that is capable to learn and get more sciences at university. That's why he become more capable and more qualified. You know, and the qualification is a need today in our era.
Yes.
So
there's a lot of benefits. The Hawza studies because Hawza studies join both.
I do not say prefer. I said it is a need. You know, as the person and as the individual circumstances. I do not push or force all students to go to Hawza because we need you know, career. Hawza student do not have, you know,
time
it is not a career for jobs. There's a lack of money supported financially supported in Hawza is less than university because we have a lot of complication of our society that do not, you know, ask for Hawza students, instead of university degree.
Yes, and here a lot of youth, they prefer to stay in their country in the university rather than going to Iran or to go to Baghdad or to Najaf in order to study Hawza studies. What do you say about this?
That's also
it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, this is an advantage.
So you advise them to stay in
their country. For sure, but you know, our Hawzas, they are doing their best, you know, to improve the Hawzas in Lebanon or in Syria as Hawzas income or in Iran, and we are thanks a lot of
and that will prevent migration to other countries and leaving their own countries to study.
And that you can involve with your people, you know, you can involve with your community, you know, their community, you know, the language, you know, what do they suffer, the problems they face. You can understand each other when you, if you study in your
own country, next to your family and next to your mother
you do not
and father.
Immigrate, you know, and it's hard for
and that will of course will cause a lack of balance in the country also when all the youth are going and the old ones are staying.
Excuse me, Farah, you asked me why are youth these days are going to Hawza
I wanted to ask you what's the reason behind this huge flow of youth to study Islamic Hawza studies. Starting from me specifically, I'm also heading to study in the Islamic Hawza studies, but I haven't seen this phenomenon like 3 years ago. Only this year and the year before, I've seen a lot of youth that are actually going towards that kind of section. Why, in your opinion? What's the reason? What's inspiring them?
You know, these days there's a lack of Islamic, you know, sciences. And we have, you know, to provide the money if you want to study at the university. Hawza provided financially support to each student, first of all. Second of all, Farah, this era is an era of knowledge. So it doesn't fit you if you are educated one. If you get a question from any foreign one or another religion about your about theology, you know, what is the need of worship God? You know, it is a philosophy. It is a philosophy search. You can't answer it. If you are educated, you know, you have the desire to answer. You can't answer without learning. That's why we found youth are
heading towards
this position. That can suit their personality, and either we are facing a lack of, you know, moralities. We are facing a lack of faith, you know, honesty. All these you find it with Hawza students, and as the Islamic studies can build a constructive personality.
Shape their own personality. Hawza studies will shape the youth personality.
For sure. It erases all your devil, you know, series that comes from media or from bad society, and to build a new constructive personality full of passion, full of purity, you know, and purity is a need right now.
Definitely.
You know, we are suffering a lot of oppressive, you know, oppressive series coming from back, and it threatens your life. Either you are suffering a lot of complications due to economic difficulties that we are facing these days. You know, there are many strange series coming from media, from many countries. You know, there's a lot of you know, Ra'asmaliya and
dictatorships.
They want to kill your personality. They want to kill, to clear out, to erase all Islamic, you know, ethics and Islamic, you know, values you have.
And maybe here the students are running towards the Hawza Studies because they want to run away from the from those oppressions that are practicing around them, and because when they
want to feel peacefully, you know, they want to feel peacefully. All you know, youth are looking today for peace.
Okay. You know? And a lot of students say that we complete our education with Islamic Hawza Studies. We will speak more after the break. After the break, we will see the impact of studying Islamic studies on the life of Muslim women specifically. More after the break. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Welcome back. Hajj Roukaya, how can Hawza Studies affect women on a social level, on a personal level, and on economical level, let's say? Let's speak more about women here.
Okay. I will be pleased to say Imam Khomeini what he said before his death. You know, Imam Khomeini said women have a big role to play in the society. They are the symbols, you know, of hopes and inspirations and realization of mankind. You know, he focuses for women to play, you know, to become more active. You know, so women have a lot of effects. You know, women can play a big role in society, starting from her house. You know, a woman as a project of a mother. So as the duty of a mother is to create a strong personality and a leadership will for her you know children. And if she has this goal, and it is the first role for women, she has to get, you know, science and to be educated. So if she is not educated, she cannot raise her society, because the fall and rise of any society is the fall and rise of the woman in that society. So the woman, it is a need for women, and that's why Imam Khomeini, after the revolution of
Iranian revolution,
he focuses he stressed and he forced the woman, he encouraged the woman, you know, to play and to get you know, education, so that she can save her economy and her community and her environment, starting from her house, and transmitted her education and knowledge to her offspring and to her children, to the second and third generation.
Okay, here I would like to know also about how did this have an impact on you on a social level, Hajj Roukaya, because I know that you've been for 5 years now in the houses, so of course it affects you from a social perspective.
I saw, you know, women before thousands of years, she never been so progressive and dignified as women today. You know, I imitate the Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayha salam. You know, Sayyidah Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her, she was the first lady that have a lot of knowledge aspects, you know, and translates all her education, her knowledge into her practical life and live. You know, Sayyidah Fatima, she started teaching, you know, women from her house. You know, she been the mother of her father Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That's why she is the ideal woman that I imitate.
She was one of the first women, or the first woman that started studying.
Yeah, I have 5 kids. You know, I found myself, you know, I have to give, to build a good personality, strong personality. I want my children to be a leadership. I want them to not act, to not follow the ignorance, you know, ideologies that coming from media and TVs, and you know,
especially that you had to raise them in the Western society.
Yeah, I have to give.
You faced more challenges.
Yeah, either children observe the Islamic values and the Islamic ethics from their mothers and fathers.
Yes, definitely.
That's why
they were inspired by you.
Yeah.
Okay, we will. We ask people if they think it is important for female to join the Islamic Hawza Studies. Of course, they also had different perspectives. Watch it together and be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Do you think women should take Islamic studies or should enter the Hawza?
Yes, I do believe in this. Every person, men and women, are brought to this life for a sacred role, as many ayat Qur'aniya said. At this level, when we know our duties and our responsibility in this life, we need to develop ourselves in all domains, and especially in a religion. I remember one of the quotes of for Imam Khomeini when he describes the women as the educators of the society, and there is a nice quote that says that from their laps the true human being evolves. At this level we can see that each woman should educate herself socially, politically, and especially in a religious domain.
Taking Hawza studies is not a bad idea, but today women are taking the chance to get into the world and the societies in other majors, including Hawza studies. Yani they can have both double majors as Islamic studies and the other majors. Of course, Islamic studies and acknowledging them is a basic foundation for our Islamic religion. Yani every woman should see what the society gives her, what the Islamic society is really about. Yani it's not only a scarf that she wears. She should understand the real meaning behind this scarf.
Of course they should. As for us females, we are entitled of building a community and building the future of our kids, our brothers, our students. Therefore, we should study the religion we do, okay? Because it's not just a religion, it's a way of life. It's the way we build, and it's the way we eat, the way we drink, the way we pray, the way we behave, and the way we communicate with each other. So if we know how to do it, and we study it, therefore we know the very right way to do it. So we build a very good community.
Of course, studying Islamic studies is a necessity in our society. It's a need, because it's not like any other study. It's not like you're studying sciences. You may not, it may not be a duty to study sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, or so on, but it is a necessity to know your religion so that you know what path you're going to walk through. And in our society where like devilish acts occur, we may need angelic figures to stand and say what's right.
Okay, some said that it is important for a female to go to a Hawza and study Islamic studies, and some said that they prefer if they go to universities and have a double major, study Islamic studies and at the same time continue their own field or study their own field.
All it serves our community if you have the intention, you know, to serve, to get the education and to serve your community and your people, you know. The first intention you have to get is to تحصيل التقوى. تقوى that equilibrated
to acquire power, to acquire spiritual. I'm going to translate right now.
Yeah, this is taqwa.
Okay.
Yeah, if we achieve, Islamic study achieve taqwa. Taqwa, it means you have to have an equal, personality. To deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to create God, and to deal with the humans and nature. Yeah, that's the balanced personality that we need. Okay, going for university and achieving many subjects is not, it is recommended too, all of these aims, serve our community. It's not recommended for all women to study Hawza student. If I study, I could teach you Farah, I could teach others, I could help others to solve their problems, to answer their questions. All of us, we unite, to learn and to give and to teach what we need.
Give and take.
That's the goal of our studying, whether in university or whether in Hawza.
Okay. But how important is Hawza studies in the life of women? Does it make some changes? In their life?
There's a lot of change for women,
based on your own experience.
Women today are going for beauty. They are easy, to approach from men. So we have a big challenge. We have to, to give a good picture about women. Women is not, a model, to be on TV or on the road. Woman should be. She's a big tutor. Women, only women from their labs can hand over to the society such a human being, That's why Imam al-Khomeini, he focused special attention for women. Thus she regained, women today with the Islamic, ethics and the Islamic values. She regained their lost respect and the glory. Women today, I see women, Islamic women today, she's a glory today. She's full of purity, She's
able
a
to
model.
express herself. She's no more oppressed like the olden days.
Women can sacrifice. Women can give more accurate moral. Women, she can give a good generation if she concerns a lot. She's full of life. She's full of passion. Women. There's a lot of characteristics that find in women, not find in men. That's why it's a duty for women, to get this education, especially how the education.
To get the education that made her beautiful.
Women, she's always involved with others, women. Some questions that is related to fiqh, some women can't ask the sheikh or a man, the man can't know functions of the woman. Woman is nearly knows the function of her. She can answer the question of another woman that can't embarrass if she wants to ask a man. That's why women about the moral scientists said that women are more nearly to God from men.
Yes, and now men would be jealous. Watching us today would be very okay. But what are the steps that should be taken to encourage more youth to take or undertake Islamic studies? In your opinion, do you advise them? Because I believe that you have your own show. You always advise them.
I always
work on them.
I always encourage my starting from my kids, to my brothers, to my to our relatives, to the students in college, to people I met in society, to study more in Hawza, because Hawza build a good constructive personality to deal with others and live more peacefully and purity and building a good relationship with God and translate this education into their their practical life and their their
own feelings.
It gives you a sense of humor. You become, you feel more with others. You help others. You become,
yes, you feel with the other ones. You feel that, and even you can be able to teach them what you learned from those studies.
But the point of view I want to say about Hawza is to translate, the education and the knowledge to action.
So
nothing is gained without action.
Definitely.
And that's why we find Muslims, but we do not find Islamic action and the Islamic values. And the values is the foundation of the Islamic study. Without values, no Islam. You know, and that's why we do not find the values these days. You know, a lot of values are today erased. Are missing and erased. You know.
Yes. And here I would like to say, would you, if you went back 5 years ago, would you make the same? Would you take the same choice?
Yeah, you know, I feel regret why I do not study before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's You know, I feel.
But you don't feel that it took you away from your family a little
I feel
bit?
comfortable. I'm doing. You know, I'm building a good relationship with God. I'm doing a good relationship with others. You know, I could understand others. I could understand myself. What do I need? You know, the Hawza can. It's like, you know, AC air conditioner. It conditions all your life. Your life become, you know.
Yeah, that's a nice example of saying it.
Especially
now with the heat, with the high temperature.
Your life become, you know, glory. Your life become more brightness.
But you
have a goal. You sacrifice more. You become more patient. You know, you help others more. You become more human. We need humans today. What the civilization gave for us, and technology and sciences forgive us. They gave us wars, a lot of wars, a lot of economic complications.
So we have to acquire knowledge in order to gain that.
Yeah, all we need is to feel, you know, human, you know, to feel, to be more.
Definitely. Thanks a lot for being with us, Roukaya, today on our program.
Yes, I hope
that we will, I'm sorry, but we're out of time. I hope that we will together, more on our
Thank you very much. And I wish to serve people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dear viewer, what's the point of saying what religion we believe in if we are unable to answer any question asked about our own religion? Hawza Studies, as we've seen, dear viewers, can either allow us to have a strong understanding of Islam and at the same time go on to become teachers, doctors, architects, engineers, or can create leaders in the Islamic society. That's all the time that we have for today's program. May Allah embrace us all with His divine blessings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.